What's going on, everybody? We are back. And today we're going to have a very interesting episode. Shout out to Scott's Honor Clothing Company for being our sponsor. Check out their clothes. They got some amazing things. As you can see, we have them on, baby. Check it out. And they feel good. Shout out to the Pink Park. Make sure y'all tune in to the Pink Park on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Podcastic. And make sure you tune in to my other podcast on 8 p.m. Tuesday, the Sacred Safe Space podcast. Now, we all have worked some jobs, or we have a career where there's been some interesting things going on. And one thing I like to do, I think, especially in this time, mindfulness is very important. And sometimes being aware of the way you feel, the things that you see, trying to put your five senses on things is important. So that's what we're trying to exercise here today and give y'all some good content. So I guess we're going to start off with Shelby the Great with his story.
Oh, okay.
Huh? Oh, y'all introduce yourself too.
Well, since you led with me, it's Shelby Great.
Oh, my bad.
I'm trying to find
Big fella, this big fella, JP.
What's going on, everybody? It's Diary. Go back to Facebook. Your story.
Oh, it's time for the story? I don't know. I'm sorry, we're trying to get everything situated right now.
Yeah, we're trying to do this watch party, y'all. It's been an interesting day, okay?
Somebody share it. Anyway, so as a profession, I do a lot. I go into a lot of people's houses. You know, I'm the guy that you do not want to see. Because you see me, you paying. You coming out of some bread. I do heating and cooling. And a lot of other things. So, since we're talking about careers and we're talking about issues that you kind of run into, or scandals, right, that we kind of run into. One story I think is above all the most craziest story I've ever had. I got tons of them, but you can imagine by me doing residential and doing heating and cooling, going residential. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So I goes over to this client house. He got his two daughters running around. Now he's round about, I would say, probably a shade lighter than me, complexion wise. So his daughters are running around. They're light skinned. I mean, very, very light, long golden ponytails, right? So I'm obviously this dude is his spouse is mixed, right? And that's all. That's the most that I did for that situation. Went and fixed it, did what I supposed had done. Now I'm waiting on the money. That's the hardest part, is collecting my money. So as I left to go get a part and come back to get my money, he said, "Okay, well, me and my friend is on our way." I said, "Okay, all right." I seen a woman there, and I just automatically assume that this woman had to be a babysitter, right? Just off the rip. I'm like, okay, she got to be a babysitter. I come back to the house. He said, "Yeah, me and my friend on the way." I said, "Okay, all right, I'm out here waiting on you," or whatever. I'll wait till y'all pull up. So they pulled up. He gets out of the car, and then his best friend gets out of the car. The kids look just like his best friend.
Well,
just like his best friend. And I'm like, so I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, this is really uncomfortable of a situation to be in, because it's absolutely obvious that these children are not by these two individuals in this house. The woman was round about, I would say, she reminded me of Sierra. That's pretty much how she looks. She looks kind of like Sierra. She had the same skin tone, everything. He was round about, I would say, like I said, about two tones lighter than me. So pretty, still dark individual, but nothing in between them two constitute what I seen as far as them kids. Now I'm not a biologist. I'm not, you know what I mean? I know some things, but not enough to say with utter certainty that that this situation was what I am going to say that it was. I'm going to say that the best friend was popping off his girl. Now, I mean, I know that's a stretch, but you can't get mixed children or the look of mixed children from two people that I know for a fact is black. You know what I mean? Like, these kids definitely were mixed with something. For sure. And it's not like you, babe. I know how you looking over it. It's not like, okay, you both of your parents are mixed. Because both of their parents were not mixed. They were black, like me. And his best friend comes in. He tall, light eyes, light skin. He's mixed. So it makes sense.
Baby.
Maybe they reached back all the way to some roots.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
His roots, yes, you're right. His best friend's roots reach right up in his girl. I mean, but, I said to myself, man, could he probably ask his best friend, you know what I mean, to kind of like donate and be a surrogate father, I guess. I mean, but nah, because old girl was a little bit, she kind of loosened up when he popped up over to the house. You know what I mean? The giggles started to come. Beforehand, I didn't hear from the girl, didn't see the girl. You know, but soon as the best friend pulled up, I seen the back of her mouth. I didn't even know that,
Back of her mouth.
Yeah. I mean, she was wide, just smiling and laughing, talking all. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta get up out of this, man. This triangle, man. You know, but the kids were beautiful and all that stuff. But that had me floored that could happen. And he seemed like a docile guy. He really did. He seemed like that would go right over his head.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So it was kind of like,
that's unfortunate.
What was that thing we were watching yesterday? Can y'all hear me good? What was the movie we was watching last night?
What movie?
With Jim Carrey, and he's got those 3 black boys. It was like that.
Me, myself, and Irene.
And everybody was looking at him crazy.
That is my movie.
Mine too.
What he say? He said, "Come on now,
Oh, man, it's a straight
they
denial.
bigger than the sausages."
Oh man.
I was screaming last night because I was picking up on stuff I've never picked up before watching the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, what? Yeah, they was fooling.
Yeah,
That movie was hilarious.
yeah,
That's my movie.
yeah. Well, I had a real life one of those situations going to do a service call.
Did it make you uncomfortable?
Very, very. I
Like trying to figure it out? Like
no,
just
I mean, it
not
was-
trying to figure it out,
because it
but
was
just like observing it.
That's what I'm saying. It was like it was uncomfortable because I'm like, man, dude,
Like, I know if I see this, you see this.
like, bro, I'm floored right now because this is obvious to me. You know what I mean? Like, this is obvious to anybody that'll be sitting there, especially y'all know how y'all women are. I mean, if mama came up in there and said, come on now, you know what I mean? Mama, mama had to say something. His mama had to say something. Like, them kids is your friends. You know what I mean? They not yours. And these my daughters, and you know, and that's their mama. I'm like, no, that can't be. That can't be their mother. You out of your mind. These kids look like they have a white mother. And then this boy comes in mixed, light eyes, just like the girls. The girls had light eyes. They light skin. They long. You know, he had curly hair. They had. I mean, look like his kids. That's what it looked like. They look like his kids.
Some people just gullible like that, I guess.
I mean, come on, dude.
Naive.
Nah, man. I think they all sharing each other.
I mean,
Some people
wouldn't
do that
be
too.
You know what I mean? I would have to venture to say if you can't be that naive as a man, dog. Come on.
I mean, so
man.
what you think? He's sleeping with his friend and her? They got a 3-way going on? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I've heard of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Or my man, you know, she cheated and he was just
Multiple
like, okay
times?
with it. Like, yeah,
How many kids?
right.
Three?
They were twins.
Oh,
They
okay.
were, they
okay.
were twin girls,
Yeah.
identical
Okay.
twin girls.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like I
This
said,
one time, and
I
they
mean,
I
her
mean,
whole-
one and one. It could be 1-to-1,
true indeed. If it was 1-1,
but they
If
wouldn't be
it-
identical though.
they, you know what I mean. If it was a different father, and I can see, you know, like okay, her having sex with one and then the other one, and then one looks like the other one, and then the other one looks like the best friend. I can understand that. No, both of these kids look just like that man. As soon as he stepped out of the car, I kind of had that face like, ooh, Lord. Like, ooh, Lord.
That awkward face. Like,
Yeah, I mean, because we know. I mean, we know. We are a cadre of mixed bag of people. You know what I mean? So you know, oh yeah, she got a little engine in her family. You know what I mean? Like we know somebody down her line was this, that, and the third. We objectify each other like that. So I definitely was not making a mistake. This dude, your best friend got your girl, dude. For real. If
That's
you don't
too
know,
much.
I mean,
That's wild.
it's embarrassing. Like.
That's exactly what it is.
It would be embarrassing. Them two together and you know what I mean, and then the children, they pushing the kids in the walker or whatever.
Bro.
I'm about to say, I hope they don't go out in public.
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
as a
That's one of
group.
them situations. Yeah, they go out in the
awkward.
public and somebody grandma. Oh, there's some crazy. Where they daddy at?
Oh no.
You know how them old women. Where the parents at? Both. Oh, y'all too.
Yeah, because old people will blow up the spot. Wait a minute, but what about the situation that you went into yesterday?
You gonna have to remind. Oh, you talking about
This
the
house.
roaches? Yeah, the roaches. One of my partners went to a service call. And he had about had enough. I guess the roaches had ran him out of the house literally because he called me like, "Hey man, I'm not going back over there until they get them roaches, address that roach issue." I'm like, all right, cool. So he calls me today and say, all right, well, the client said that they, mitigated the roach issue. I said, all right, cool. Okay. So he said, but I can't go over there. I said, all right, I'll go. So I went over there, addressed it. I didn't see anything. The only thing I seen was a roach haven is what I seen. I seen where roaches go when they die. House.
That's a thing?
That's how she laid her house out. Her house was absolutely disgusting. Now she's trying to explain. She's trying to explain to me why it's that way on my way out. I had already.
Why her house was nasty?
Yes, she's trying to tell me because she asked me. She says, "Oh, did you come the last?" I said, "No, I didn't come the last time. That was my partner." She was like, "Well, apologize to him about the roaches. I didn't bring them. So
Didn't bring them.
yeah,
Oh,
I
they
didn't
just
bring
moved in
them."
on me.
I said,
Exactly.
I said, okay. So her sister,
They just moved in on her.
right? So I guess her daughter felt a certain type of way. So she said something else. Well, we've been here for 4 years. 4 years, Jesus Christ! You know what I mean? Y'all didn't bring them, but y'all bred them. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely bred them because this house is a haven for roaches. They have 3 refrigerators in the kitchen. For what reason? I don't know.
That's ignorant.
They was hungry.
3.
They was feeding the roaches.
She tells me on the way out, well, I mean, tell them we didn't bring the roach. I didn't bring the roaches. Somebody tricked me to get this house, and I didn't buy any furniture because of the roaches. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me, instead of calling the landlord and telling them to address the roach problem, you're gonna go without in your own place because of that? When it was just a simple call from a service guy and was like, hey, listen, I can't go back in there unless y'all address the roaches.
I think women are intimidated. I sometimes because
You should be more intimidated by roaches than people.
baby, I'm trying to tell you something. My mom had that lady smoking downstairs, and she wanted to move a whole bit. Now I don't know if she used that to really just give her ammunition to go. I don't know, but she couldn't deal with the lady smoking, and her issue is when church started back up, she didn't want to smell like smoke, so she moved to
how them
another
church
place.
people are.
And it's just like, Ma, what? I mean, because I would have went down there I would have said, excuse me, can you smoke out on your porch or something because it's affecting me? Whatever. I would have said something, whatever. I would have been nice.
She was renting to her?
This lady, I guess this lady had bought the downstairs, but my mom was renting.
Oh, okay.
Now, that would have been the first time. If it would happen again, I would have said, ma'am, we've already had this discussion. If I had to come down the third time, I'm moving some shit around.
So now, was it a policy though? Like, is it a policy in that complex that you can't smoke? Because
that's what she was saying. Like when she moved in, no one was supposed to be smoking.
Oh
there.
yeah, well, no, I would have just called the landlord.
Exactly.
Yeah, simple. I wouldn't have got in the middle of that at all.
She did, but I don't know what the reason was or why they I guess they said something, but she didn't stop, and maybe they didn't feel like pressing her because she paid for her place. I don't know.
Well, then guess what? Then I stopped paying for my place.
That's what I'm saying. That's it.
Until it's addressed. Simple.
Well, you know, we actually pay for our place. I don't know how that situation goes.
Listen,
Who's paying?
if I'm renting, right? If I'm renting, irrespective, if the policy is you cannot smoke in this complex, if you can't smoke, irrespective of who bought what, if that is the policy, then you need to follow that policy. And if it's not followed through the letter, then I'm holding up my rent.
I think it falls under like unfit living circumstances or something like that. Like especially, I mean, you could say I got a problem with smoke. You don't know what to do to people.
Right, you got asthma, you got
COPD.
What's that thing? Yeah, right, COPD.
Anything. I'm on oxygen. You don't know.
Whatever, I mean,
smoke. I smell it.
Right. No, you can't. No, if that's the policy, that's it. Period. I mean, you don't need to smoke to live. I can understand if it was a sympathy cigarette, but there's no such thing. You know what I'm saying? You know how they got the sympathy dogs or whatever. Right, it ain't weed. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Who want to go next?
I go next because I'm a piggyback off them roaches.
Come on.
Man, you got to be real nasty to have roaches.
Man, what? Exactly.
Like
really nasty. Like
but
a lot
can't
of
somebody
stuff.
bring roaches to your crib though?
They can and stuff.
Yeah.
They can.
Yeah.
Okay, and then don't.
But why you not getting rid of them?
But you can get rid of them when they're you can get rid of roaches. I mean, it's very easy to get rid of them. You know what I mean? It's not a hard thing to do. It's very easy.
I mean, 3 refrigerators in the kitchen.
Put up the food.
They was feeding the roaches.
That's ignorant.
Leads me to believe that y'all caused the roaches. Ain't nobody bring the roaches.
My story is simple, but baby, listen. So before pre-nursing, right? I was a medical assistant, and I'm like, I was young. I started medical assistant at like 19, so I was about 19, earlier than 20, and I was sent on a house call with the doctor, and
didn't know they still do that.
yeah, I was sent. Yeah, they do, especially under certain circumstances. This is an elderly woman, and this was my first time going with her on this house call. She walks in there, she sits down, and when I don't know about anybody else, but you kind of scope out the scene, see if you're going to sit down or not, see if like it's your type of couch. And it was not at all. It was, what's the material? It wasn't microfiber. Nope.
Oh.
It was not the microfiber one or the leather one, like the old couch with,
Velvet?
What is this, velvet?
She had a super fly couch in her house.
No,
What is
it
going
was,
on here? What is this, Vivid?
You talking about like that corduroy?
Yes,
stuff?
that one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like,
I like that.
I'm like, no, I'm not sitting there. So the doctor sits down. I'm like standing awkwardly at the door, like waiting on her to tell me what to do. Waiting to draw her blood, waiting on her to check her out or whatever. And like you say, this roach situation. Now I've never, other than when I was in college, like I had never seen a roach before.
Oh wow.
So when it darted across the room, I was like, like that was big. What was that? I didn't say nothing. I just kind of jumped. So then one was on the couch. The doctor sitting on the couch. She was just like, she flicked it and she kept talking. I was like,
Flicked it?
She flicked it.
Yeah.
The devil is busy. What the doctor do?
The doctor flicked it.
The doctor flicked. I thought the lady of the house flicked it.
No, the doctor flicked it.
What kind of mess?
So now I'm standing in the corner almost. Like then I step up a little bit. Like, bro, I don't know what to do because what if it touched me? Like, this is nasty. So I kind of pulled my pants up a little bit just to make sure, like, they wasn't touching the floor.
That's funny.
But that's a normal reaction, I think, to expect from a woman.
I mean, like, all I could think, that thing was so big that I didn't, I thought it was like a rodent. So I didn't think it was an insect.
That was a mama roach.
I was like, oh.
Right.
So then, I had to draw her blood, take her blood pressure and stuff. You should have seen how I was tiptoeing around her in that chair because I was like, I swear to God, if something jump out on me, in this chair.
I ain't sitting back down.
I'm going out to the car and I'm never coming back.
Ooh, I had
And
a
then
girl.
it smelled awful.
Oh yeah,
So I had to keep my composure.
They have a smell. Yeah. They
I was
have a
just like,
smell.
oh God.
Yeah. I had a girl at school. One jumped out of her jacket, sitting in class.
Jumped
Out
out
of
her
her
jacket.
jacket,
Yeah.
baby.
It
I
was
would have
on her?
died on the spot.
Yeah,
I would have
it was
just
on
gone
her.
here and said,
Yeah,
God, take me
it
now.
literally crawled out of her like lapel of her
Ooh,
jacket.
Not the
baby.
lapel.
And we sitting in class and we're just watching this happen because your entire school career is over with now.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
You're done for forever. College ain't gonna save you. No. You are the roach girl for the rest of your life.
The roach girl.
Well, God bless her that she didn't. There wasn't a big social media back then.
Oh, it would have been
Yeah.
a
that
wrap.
saved a lot of people.
Absolutely, yes.
That saved a lot of
Yes.
people.
Oh yeah.
I can think of a few.
I mean, because our
these-
kids be like, you know, that little girl that was on the bus smelling like pee
Right.
with the rainbow coat on.
That'd
Like,
be her whole name too.
PP girl with the rainbow coat.
you know them kids,
Rainbow PP.
man.
Like that's her first, last, middle name. That's the girl that had forever.
All right, y'all, we gonna go to break and pay some bills. See you back in a minute.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yes.
that roach threw me off. I got back in the car with her and was like, that's normal? She was like, what? I said, that roach. She was like, oh, pff. She was Indian too. So she was just like, pff.
Oh yeah. She
just blew me
probably
off.
From India too, so she probably got roaches the size of her foot.
Oh yeah, it's the return of $5 Friday at Ray's Boom Boom Room, 215-530 Gratiot Avenue, between 8 and 9 Mile Road. Sounds by Ray O'Shea. Tight security and parking is available.
Free before 9, 5 until midnight.
Reserve your booths and birthday parties now. Call Clay, 313-205-5667. That's 313-205-5667. Yep, it's the return of the $5 Friday at Ray's Boom Boom Room.
And we're back. You going, big fella?
Yeah. I go.
You gonna talk about roaches too?
Rolling episode. We need somebody, an exterminator or something like that.
And you guys, please feel free to call in too if you want to share your story at 248-854-9850. That's 248-854-9850.
I like that. Man, come on. I listen. I know these people out here got some crazy stories from their job.
Yeah, I know y'all do. Quit
Seriously.
playing.
I mean, I know you got, especially you, babe, you know, at that hospital.
I do. For some reason, they're not popping up in my head. More so of like Brick Chrome and more so from a oop, I didn't say the name. Damn. Oh, well. Fuck them. It shouldn't be trifling.
Right.
It was meant to be. It came out my mouth. It must have been meant to be. But anywho, so so big fella gonna go, baby, because I was about to go in. Go ahead.
All right. So most people that know me for a certain amount of time, they know I've been in the nightlife industry for a long time, and started out doing security when I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
So you
So I
always
have
been a big fella.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have so many crazy stories, But one that really sticks out for me, man, I got so many. It's really hard to choose.
Yeah.
But one that sticks out for me, I was working at the Palace in Auburn Hills. Loved that job. Didn't pay much, but man, it was. I would have worked there for free. A lot of them events.
See, yeah.
Oh wow.
It was stars and athletes and all types of stuff. So I worked this one concert, and they randomly give you your security position when you first get there and you clock in. So you don't know where you're gonna be working at. You know what I mean? You can be working up by a door, you can be working by the stage. They try to give the better positions to the more senior people who've been there, So this one, before I tell you who was the artist, I got lucky and got on patrol. The best positions was either to be on patrol, like you roaming around, or to be like, if it's a concert, to be like by the stage. So I was on patrol and I was excited about it. I don't even really be caring who the performers is when you on patrol. You just get to walk around. It's just a time flight better. So I was on patrol, and I'm gonna tell you who it was.
Come on.
It was the main act was I don't know if y'all remember this guy, Papa Roach.
Yeah. Papa Roach.
And,
I don't.
And at the time,
Hey, we got another Roach
I was
story.
just about to say that.
I guess it is another Roach story.
Connected with roaches. Come
Man.
on.
So the main act was Papa Roach, and the person that came up before him at that time, I mean, he's a bigger star than Papa Roach now, but at that time it was Eminem.
Oh wow.
So Eminem was before Papa Roach. Okay, so we working, everything's going good. It's a packed arena. Eminem, being from Detroit and everything, everybody, excited about him. And so I get to walk Eminem he walked for some reason, I don't know if it was before he performed or after, I can't remember. But he walked from the main stage through the crowd. I don't know why or whatever, but he did.
And this is at Eminem's concert.
It was Papa Roach. It was at a concert.
Okay.
But Eminem wasn't the main act.
It was Papa Roach.
Papa Roach
wow.
was.
Really?
Yeah.
This was a while ago then.
I'm telling my age. Calm down.
It's a while ago.
It was in 2001.
Yeah.
So I'm walking Eminem down. I'm on patrol, and every time I see the celebrity, I try to touch him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "How you doing?" And I'm a big dude. His security kind of made me look a little small.
Wow.
I'm 6'2". His security probably he got to be about 6'11", 7 feet.
Whoa.
So and he a big dude.
Right.
So picture me a foot taller. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I touch him, it's not even on his shoulder for a hot second, and he said, "Don't touch him."
Jesus.
He was behind me and said, "Don't touch him." I said, "All right, my bad." And we kept walking. But here's the climax of the story. So Eminem done. He go to where he going. Papa Roach get on. And people who Papa Roach fans will know this event by after what I tell you happened. So Papa Roach performs. His next to last song, he decides to say, "Hey, everybody, come down here to the mosh pit."
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So just picture 10, 12,000 people all shooting down to the mosh pit. So everybody is running down the stairs to the mosh pit. People trampling over each other. It's stampeding. So naturally, we panic. We panicking because we ain't never experienced nothing like this. So we pulling girls from under people. People is just getting stumped out.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah, and we throwing people out the doors that we don't even usually use because it's so many people we throwing out. Dude, it was crazy.
10,000
literally
people.
Yes, he literally. No, it was. I mean,
In the rafters.
in the rafters. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
On the upper levels and everything, everybody started running downstairs, and it was just pandemonium, man. And we just throwing people out. We end up throwing out like a record like 350 people. Like we never threw that many people out of any event.
Now these people are going to the mosh pit. Was there a different price? I mean, like, was it like one general admission fee, something like that?
It's generally more money to pay to be down there. But
oh yeah, I would have been pissed if I was down there.
But what he did was, he got fined. He never, if my memory serves me right, he never was able to perform in Michigan again.
Whoa!
After that. Because so many people sued.
God,
so many people sued, and so many people it lit a fire. Like I think that was like the beginning of the end of his career.
Right.
Because after that, I didn't really hear too much from him.
Yeah. No.
That's wild.
No.
And it was pandemonium, man. I've never experienced, and I had a lot of crazy moments doing security.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Like
no. People people getting injured and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that probably takes the cake.
I mean, at certain points, you just looking around like, what the fuck? Like, it's just dude. It was just he told everybody to come, and they came. They loyal fans. They like shit. We going.
Come down.
And you got to understand,
That's
most
wild.
of the crowd was anywhere between like maybe 16, 17, 18, 19. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like young, so they like fuck it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
with a kind of like Detroit people sprinkled up in there for Eminem.
Yep.
And his following, they pretty damn crazy. And in the mosh pit period,
Yes,
it's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It was wild, man.
Well, you guys, we're probably going to have to resume this at another time. Make sure that you check everything out on RockyRoadMedia.com. If you would like to donate, go to RockyRoadMedia.com. If you'd like to advertise, what did I just say? Go to RockyRoadMedia.com. I'm going to let my co-hosts tell you where to follow them if they want you to follow them, and we're going to be up out of here.
Okay. You can follow me on Instagram and add me on Facebook at Diana, Dianna, _IRIE.
All right, I'm JP Ramon on Facebook, Instagram, Big Fella the Boss.
You can follow me on Simply Real. This is Shelby the Great. That's Simply Real 313. So SIMPLYREAL 313 on Instagram.
All right. Thank you guys so much again. Shout out to Scott's Honors Clothing Company. Check us out, y'all. It's not, these shirts are really nice. They really feel good,
Hey,
So make sure you check them out.
I don't mean to be biased, but man, these shirts be fitting me so well.
Man, it feels great, man. I would definitely want my child to feel this on their body for the first time ever.
And I'm mad he didn't send me that color. He know that's one of my favorite color combinations.
That's
man.
my man. You don't know that? Me and him, we go back further than you.
Oh.
No,
You
I'm
know
kidding.
what?
I'm about to say what?
He paused like,
I'm like, damn, for real? You tell me that?
that's funny.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Check us in 2 weeks. All right.
Peace.
We out.
Peace.